I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What up, everybody? We are the Gritty Gamblers, and we're back this week. I'm your host, Parlay Joe, and I got Matt beside me. How you doing, Matt?
Doing good, Parlay Joe, man. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the NFL, I think we had a great weekend.
Definitely. Especially Thursday. That was a big one for me. TJ Hawkinson.
Let's just say, I really hope y'all tailed my man's Parlay Joe on that first touchdown with TJ Hawkinson. Because, let's just say every touchdown play we gave you that night hit. Because I went 3 for 3 on touchdown plays on Thursday night myself. So every touchdown play we gave you, if you also tailed the A.J. Brown yards play, I'm so sorry. That man was complaining on the sideline for a reason. We were complaining with him. But no, yeah, what really got us, I'm not going to lie, Parlay Joe, it's time. We got to look at Kansas State. We got to look at Tennessee. Because Tennessee, man, Josh Heupel failed us. They did not look good in that game versus Florida. What you think of that game?
Tennessee did not look good. They got one player suspended going into this week. They probably wish Hagan was suspended, even though he's not.
I saw that going around.
So, and then Florida's got a few guys suspended too, but Florida came in and dominated in the trenches and just beat them.
ETN Light looked good, man.
Yeah, little ETN did look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about Kansas State, them frauds. I mean, to be honest with you, it was a game versus a tight state rival type game. So it's like Missouri, it's a cross-state rival type stuff. It happens. Like, it is what it is. We'll take that one on the chin and move on. But if you tailed on the NFL, we did great on Sunday. And we did pretty good Thursday, did really good on Sunday. I mean, the only thing that really missed for me was the Bengals because, Joe Burr, he don't got that. His leg not working. Yeah, his leg not working.
He started 0-2 last year, too. So.
Yeah, but his leg worked last year.
Okay, yeah, from preseason. I get
you. He's banged up. I think they made what it's looking like this is speculation on – this is not info that we know. This is just me hypothesizing. I really think that he wasn't healthy coming into week 1, week 2, and he played and – he threw for 82 yards week 1. Come on. At least week 2, he threw for 250. T. Higgins was eating. They looked better week 2, but he got banged up at the end of it. He even said on a throw to Chase, he got gimped. And so it's we'll see. Zach Taylor said his status is up in the air for this week. So that's a game we're going to have to watch. We'll preview a little bit of the NFL in a little bit here, but that's a game I was looking at that we'll talk about probably more on Thursday even. But that game Monday night, the Bengals versus the Rams, that line's looking really appetizing. As the Rams the cover, they could probably win that game in my opinion.
Yeah, the Rams with the backdoor cover got a lot of hate from that. They did,
what do you think about McVay? I think he has people in his pocket. I'm not trying to get him in trouble, man.
He said he had no idea. He said he's like, I know some people in Vegas are upset, but I had no idea about this, what they're talking about.
Spread was 7.5. He kicks a field goal to make it a touchdown game. The thing is, McVay's been like this since he came into the league. He makes them boys, no matter what, play until they get the end. Why do you think Cooper Kupp got hurt? It was either last year or the year before he got hurt on a play. He shouldn't even have been in the game.
Yeah, I needed Illinois. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. I needed Illinois to kick a field goal to cover, but they went for 2. They could have kicked the extra point, and I would have covered. But
all right, yeah. We'll probably talk about it more on Thursday, but while you bring up college, I'm not going to lie. I know we were talking about the week 1 of college football, but that Colorado-Oregon line is kind of crazy to me. Have you taken a look at that line yet?
I'm watching it. It jumped up. It says it started at 19 now, but it didn't. It started
at 21.5 when I last looked.
Yeah, it started at 17.
I don't know if Colorado's losing by 3 touchdowns. I know they got to go to Eugene. I know everybody's down them. I know they don't got Travis Hunter. I know I just gave you 3 good reasons, but
But I see a lot of people are betting the spread for Oregon, sharp wise, but
man.
the only thing I'm worried about is it's kind of like the same line with TCU. It kind of went up and then dropped back down. So with the doing that, pretty much now, if it comes back down and Colorado stays with the money for the money line, you might want to take the spread, but we'll just have to.
We'll talk about more on
more
Thursday.
on Thursday, yeah. Because depending where the lines go.
All right, I did have some basic points we could look into. We're just gonna run into cover down week 3 real quick. Also, prayers out to Nick Chubb, brother. Whew, that looked bad last night.
Yeah, don't follow my fantasy advice. I traded for Nick Chubb 2 days ago.
My homie traded for Nick Chubb. He beat me week 1. He's now in 8th place in the league, 1-1.
I'm 2-0, and I traded a tight end, and I already have T.J. Hawkinson, so I'm fine.
Oh, you get T.J. Hawkinson, you're vibing.
And I have Brian Robinson, and I have
Hey, all right. You see what jersey I'm wearing today?
Yeah, Brian Robinson went off for me, bro.
This is my Alfred Morris. We haven't been starting out.
I have to get an Alabama Brian Robinson jersey. If I get an Alabama Brian Robinson, I can put it up.
That number 8 will be looking nice.
That would look nice. Where the Colts thing
What do you think about Alabama this week on quick preview? What do you think about Alabama playing Ole Miss?
So, all right. So last week we could talk a little bit about that. They're playing in a hurricane. I'm not trying to be funny, but they were playing in a hurricane or a tropical storm, and it was gross out there. It was sloppy for both teams. I mean, they didn't score a touchdown. I did notice that, and Roydell Williams. I think we have a takeaway. Roydell Williams is the guy for running back, and Jalen Milroe is the guy at quarterback.
I was about to say, it looked like they finally read your Twitter and they finally put Jalen Milroe back at QB.
Yeah. They finally I thought maybe they would do switch it up, let Tyler Buckner be in there and then throw Jalen Milroe in on third down. They didn't do that, but they're just going to give it back to him.
I think Saban did it. Too explosive to be off the field.
Yeah, he's the best player on the offense. So I don't.
He's too explosive. He was getting a little bit of PT last year.
He's slippery too, but.
He did bad. He was Bryce Young's primary backup, right?
You said what? Yeah, his Bryce Young's backup. That Buckner kid is not good. I thought I was maybe he could be okay. He's bad.
Notre Dame upgraded. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I did not like him. Ty Simpson.
That's actually one of the lines I'm going to be watching this weekend. That Notre Dame Ohio State.
Who Notre Dame? Oh yeah.
I'm going to be watching that line this weekend. We'll talk about it.
The line's dropped already. From what it originally
was at 3 points. What is it at now?
Oh, well, it was at 7.
It was at 7? I saw that at 3 or 4 earlier.
Yeah, but it's dropped down to 4 or 3.
Okay.
It was.
That's not looking good.
It opened at 7.5. It's at 3 right now. I took Notre Dame money line at plus 134 already.
I'm gonna be honest. I think OSU wins that game. We'll talk more about it on Thursday. I think OSU wins that game. I think they have so much talent.
I'm kind of leaning that way because I think too many people are going to be betting on Notre Dame, but I think it's going to be close.
People believe in the Sam Hartman hype.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. That's the game I'm watching. I'm also watching the Oregon State and Washington State game. That line's moved. It was out on 3 or 4 when I last looked at it yesterday. Those are the games I'm kind of going to be looking into going into Thursday's show for us when we make picks on Thursday. But what are you looking at? Have you looked at Week 3 NFL? What were you looking at, Parlay Joe?
Week 3 NFL, yeah. Let me pull it up real quick. I know the Colts are going to get blown out this week.
Who the Colts play?
The Ravens. Yeah, at Baltimore, I'm pretty sure too.
Is Richardson playing?
As of right now, no. But he's I've seen mad videos of him today. He was playing around at Walmart last night or something.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Over the weekend, he looks fine.
The hit that he got injured on was the one where he banged his head against in the second touchdown, right?
The ground, I think so.
But he played after that, and they pulled him out because they thought he had symptoms, I think. But he was playing right at they didn't recognize it right away. Is my point.
I think he's fine. They might keep him out this game because of who it is. And just because Gardner did look really good. Gardner Minshew
Adams took a lick very similar, not
Yeah.
The hit was way different, but like he had to go to the blue tent, everything, and like McDaniel said he's good to go. So like maybe the same thing could happen for Richardson this week and he can play. But,
I've fell in the back of my head like that, and like you're dizzy and like for like a little bit, but you're fine in like a day or two.
I mean, he didn't even look that dizzy. I mean, I didn't see him on the sideline, of course, but
Yeah.
no, yeah.
I just know that's a bad spot to hit too. But
what were you looking at?
I like let me go back up. I like Tennessee to cover. I hit it at +4. It's at +3 now. I don't know if they win, but I think they cover. I saw what's their coach? What's Vrabel? Mike Vrabel. He's won more games as an underdog than anyone in the NFL. So that's really good. And he's been an underdog like 2 weeks in a row. I think he won last week and he lost by like a week.
He lost to the Saints, beat the Chargers last week. Yeah. They're playing Deshaun Watson. Yeah. The spread already came down to 3 points, I think. So yeah, I mean Deshaun Watson didn't look that good last night. So
Nah, he didn't.
I thought he was gonna look a little better, to be honest.
I can see Bills blowing out the Commanders.
So I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm watching that.
Two not good teams, and
I'm gonna be honest with you. You see the jersey we're wearing right now.
I know.
That's one of the games I'm watching the line. And here's the truth of it, Parlay Joe. And you're gonna be honest with me, because everyone, you know, when we were doing this show a couple weeks ago, everyone looked at me and told me I was crazy when I said the NFC East was still the best division in football. Look at us now. So
yeah. Giants came back and won, but if they would have lost to the Cardinals, that'd have been.
It would have been bad, yeah. But put it this way, the NFC East, the only loss that anybody in the division has taken was to another NFC East team. So it's like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying the Commanders are going to go in there and win that game, but it is in Washington. And Washington is rowdy now with their new owner. I don't know if you saw any of week 1, but Josh Dobbs couldn't hear at times, bro. Joshua Dobbs could not hear at times. And that's not like, it hasn't been like that in a long time in D.C. With this new owner and with the height, I'm not saying we're going to win that game, but with a 6.5 point spread, we might be able to cover that. We definitely could make that a 3-point game. I mean, like, when it comes to, what were you going to say?
Speaking of the new owners and offensive coordinator, did you see your offensive coordinator push back Jacoby Brissett when Jacoby's told, hey, go put me in. Hey.
I'll be honest with you. Sam Howell looked good.
Shut up.
That half, the second half, when Sam Howell and the lights were on and he had to make throws.
Yeah, he looked
dotting them up.
He did a lot better in the second half.
That throw he had to carry in the double coverage for a touchdown.
Chase Young knows that not all these quarterbacks are like the chosen one, but he just keeps saying that they are, and they're just.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's like Taylor Heineke, and dude, if he loses 2 games, he's gonna get bitch. You guys gonna do the same thing to Heineke, and he's just gonna mess him up.
Here's what I think, because you brought up Chase Young, and that's kind of where I was getting at earlier.
Yeah.
When it came to the Bills, when we send our top 4 guys on the D line, I generally think our top 4 guys on the D line, it's very hard for a lot of teams to compare to what we have on those when we send our top 4 guys out there. When you have Sweat on one end, you have Chase Young on the other end, and you have Aaron Payne and Jonathan Allen next to each other, 2 of the best interior D linemen in football.
The Bama boys.
Yeah, like, you know what we do in the Commanders? We just take big SEC guys. Except Chase Young, of course, he's an Ohio State guy. But still, he's huge. He's 6'6".
Alabama.
He got the
Brian Robinson. Rookie card.
But no,
any other games you're looking at for NFL right now?
NFL, so yeah, that's one of the games I'm watching is the Bills-Commanders game. But the main games, I really like that 4.5 line on the Seahawks. I saw it yesterday before the Panthers game. I don't know how much the Panthers game is going to change that line because they're playing the Panthers. I like Seattle playing Carolina very well, either circumstance, because Geno Smith looks efficient again. The Lions are not the same slouch defense they've been in the past couple of years. And I know they had some injuries during that game, but Geno Smith picked them apart when it came down to it. They didn't have that much of a running game. I mean, Kenneth Walker had like 18 totes for like 40 yards. He got in the end zone a couple times, but Geno Smith was the one churning yards out. And when they needed it most, their defense made multiple plays. They got fumble, pick six. Like, they don't have a superstar defense, of course. It's not the Seattle that you know, but Seattle should definitely be able to cover a 4 or 5 point spread versus Carolina.
It's at 6 now.
It's at 6. So, yeah, that just showed you. I mean, I was going to say I think they should definitely cover a touchdown spread, in my opinion. I think they should, to be quite honest with you. If Atlanta's beating them by 2 scores, Bryce Young does not look that good. I'm sorry, I know he's a Bama boy, but they're not getting him the right plays. All he knows how to do is hit Adam Thielen in a certain spot, and like he can't
just
really hit
head
the
coach, bro. Just head coach. Telling you.
You've been on Frank White.
Frank Reich is not good. He lost.
And then I'm also watching that Falcons
2 years ago.
Speaking of the Falcons, I'm watching the Falcons.
Falcons, yeah, versus the Lions.
I don't know how that spread is like. They should be favored to win that game, in my opinion. You know how many injuries Detroit had? Montgomery injured, C.J. Gardner-Johnson injured, James Houston injured. They're all not going to be able to play this week. 2 of them going on IR.
Bro, I want to hit this right now.
What are you looking at?
This game that you're talking about.
Yeah, I was so confused for a second. You were just staring. I was like,
I was like, it's coming down. It's like, dude, they're gonna win.
I don't
Atlanta
know
will win that game.
Like I looked at it yesterday.
140 right now to win straight up.
And like the first thing in my NFL notes is Falcons alt 5 plus 5, 5.5 because it's so cheap. Probably you could probably get that for a good price. That's how it's looking right now. Like literally, like as a parlay builder, if you just wanted a dumb lock, like a super lock. But yeah, like I mean, I guess because it's in Detroit, but they're both dome teams, so it's I really like the Falcons in that game. I don't see when it comes down to it. When it comes to I know I say this a lot from podcast to podcast. When it comes to putting a hat on a hat, I don't know how you stop Chris Lindstrom from that guard position when he's blocking for Bijan Robinson. I don't.
Yeah, Bijan looks pretty good.
Bijan looks good.
Speaking of parlay, what I'm looking at right now would be Atlanta
parlay
plus
Joe
3.
With the parlay.
Atlanta plus 3, Tennessee plus 3. And what do you think about this LA Chargers Minnesota game?
I think it's a stay off game in my personal opinion because they can go either way. It's a needed game for both of them. It's a gotta have it game for both of them. It is.
I just think everyone bets on the Chargers. And no one's betting on Minnesota this year.
They're going to Minnesota, too. Minnesota could definitely beat them in Minnesota, for sure. For sure. I'll say this, though. When it comes to picking that game, you have to watch Minnesota's offensive line injuries because you saw what happened to them versus the Eagles last week.
They got O-lineman out?
The O-lineman was already out, and they got even more injured.
All right. I didn't see that.
I think they had 4 backups.
Christian Darrisaw, Garrett Bradbury, and Marcus Davenport. Garrett Bradbury is confirmed out center.
Yeah. And then their best offensive lineman is Darrisaw.
Yeah, Darrisaw is questionable tackle, and then their linebacker is questionable too. So that could flip depending on where that goes. So yeah,
I was just saying that that Bengals game I was talking about earlier on Monday night. That spread came down to Cincinnati minus about 2.5 right now.
You said what?
The spread came down for that Rams Bengals game about Cincinnati minus 2.5.
Oh, I still can't.
They're playing in Cincinnati. I mean,
that's the Monday night game.
But there's a chance Joe Burrow does not play that game. I don't know. Because that's the type of game I'd want to be early on, not late.
Yeah, but that line could go either way right now, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm trying to look at it right now. And
you're good. So, the main things I'm looking at going into Thursday's show when we lock them in is that Falcons line, the Seahawks line, the Bills-Commanders line. I'm also going to watch the Dolphins line with the Broncos. The Broncos have to go to Hard Rock, one of the worst places to play in the heat. And it's still kind of hot down there. So the Broncos have to go to Hard Rock. The only thing I'm going to watch is the Dolphins line, and I'm also going to watch the injury report on Jalen Waddle. He suffered a concussion at the end of the Sunday night game. So
Did see that.
I'm gonna watch the line on that. He's not a huge factor. Like if they were missing someone like Tyreek Hill, that it'd be a little bit bigger situation. But Jalen Waddle is still a huge asset for them as being one of their top playmakers.
Yeah, speaking a line to watch that's not really a game, but just a line is Bengals Super Bowl because apparently it shot up to they're the 17th best now after being like one of the favorites. So the odds have skyrocketed. But if Joe Burrow ends up being fine, like
It just depends on his health, yeah.
yeah, like
Because calf injuries are nothing to play with. That's Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, I don't know. If you
Calf
see him
injuries are
win,
nothing to play with.
if we see him win and like he can get more than like a
If
like
they run through the Rams on Monday night, then that will say something. Because the Rams are a decent team right now, surprisingly.
yeah, they are. They are pretty good.
Yeah, like they competed with the Niners, and they had them at a certain point, but the Niners pulled away when it mattered most. What's that part saying you say, Parlay Joe? Good teams win, great teams cover?
Yep, good teams win, great teams cover. LA Rams, baby. Colorado State.
Yo, we talked about that game a little bit, but we told you to stay off it for the spread, but the theatrics of just watching that game. Whew.
Yeah, I took the spread last minute just because.
Which side did you take?
Colorado State.
Okay, yeah. Now I was about to say, because we told everyone not to take Colorado is my point, so I was like,
Oh, yeah.
The Colorado wasn't covering a 3-touchdown rivalry game.
No way. Especially after running around the field and people yelling at people.
Especially because they don't know how to cover a shallow cross.
Bro, that was bad. That's all over Twitter right now.
We got to see what Oregon does with Troy Franklin this weekend. If they just move Troy Franklin around and just hit him with shallow cross.
Dion needs to go play Madden head-to-head right now. So he can learn how to cover that.
Guard a shallow cross.
Run on Madden, bro. That's all people run. So if he can go learn it on Madden,
have a guy learn how to have his guys play the flats.
Fine. Or maybe make his defensive coordinator needs to go play Madden.
Because, like, I don't know what type of zone. I haven't really broken down their film on defense, but they might not clearly be playing enough zone coverage to cover the flats, it looks like, or cover the middle of the field. Or they're covering, like, a 10-2 shadow, it looks like.
One person covering, and that's just their problem.
Maybe, I guess. It looks like that the dead center of the field is always what's open. So if that's the case, it kind of looks like maybe like a shell-type defense where they're, like, they're kind of, like, they're blocking off the edges of the line almost, but they're not fully getting to the – and they get, like, the far flats, but they're not getting the near flats as well as, like, the middle of the right center of the field, like, right behind the D lineman in the center.
Their linebackers stink.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's just the more succinct way of saying it, too. Yeah.
Their middle linebacker, I don't even know if he's, like even there. But, like –
he could just be a jag.
He could just be like invisible and like not even be there. Cause I don't. He doesn't do anything.
I mean, they hype up Trevor Woods, who looks like a linebacker. He's playing safety. So. All right, but no, yeah. I think the game we're gonna watch, the Falcons game, could definitely be the most exciting game of the week. Like, it could be the most fun game of the week. I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders and the Bills put up some theatrics over here in FedEx too. I wouldn't be surprised, like, because Josh Allen. Listen to this. Josh Allen makes mistakes when you throw a lot of pressure at him real quick.
Yeah.
And we got guys that can win one-on-one fast. I'm telling you, I'm not saying we're gonna win that game, but hear me out. We'll come back to this in a couple weeks. We're splitting the Commanders right now. You'll know for real if we split the next two, because we got the Bills and the Eagles. If we split that, at least split it, you'll know the Commanders are a team that you can maybe see make the playoffs.
Why is Tampa?
What do you think about that game Monday night, 7:00, Tampa versus Philly? I think, are they playing in the Link or where are they? Let me see where they're playing.
They're not playing in the Link. They're playing in Tampa.
Oh, Raymond James. Baker Mayfield look like,
they're going to win this game. They're going to win this game. They're going to win this game.
They're at least covering 5 points. It's going to be a 3-point game if they don't win.
They're going to win that game. I think I found the other piece of the parlay, the spread. So
Falcons, Titans, Bucks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk. How about this? Let's pinpoint that. Let's check those lines on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll mark it.
We'll get early on it, but let's pinpoint it for the rest of the show. We'll double check those lines on Thursday because all those apps with this DraftKings, FanDuel's putting out boosts for our fans so they can go get money up even more when they use a gritty gambler pick.
Gritty gamblers. But what was it? Is Titans, Falcons,
and Bucks?
All right. We got that one right down.
When we get off this, I'll probably ride that right. I'll put a tail that right with you.
All right, bet. That's a good one. We got to see where the line goes, but I think that's the one.
And then, we didn't even talk about it. We'll probably talk about it more on Thursday, but let's break it down real quick before we get out of here tonight. What do you think about the Thursday night game, the 49ers versus the Giants?
49ers versus the Giants.
I think it's like a 10-point spread. It's like
open at 6.
It's at 6?
It opened there.
Oh, it opened at 6. Yeah, it's like a 10-point spread. I think that Cardinals game scared a lot of Giants bettors because they were getting smoked. It was 20-0 at half.
But Saquon's out.
Saquon is banged up, and you saw that Dayball coach speak today?
Nah, I did not.
He said Saquon Barkley is a tough man. He's a tough back. I'm not ruling out whether he'll play this week. Yeah, your eye said it all right there.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. But I do think they can
there's
still.
Gonna be a lot of Matt Breida and Danny Dimes having to tuck it down and feed Darren Waller. This might be a Darren Waller game. I'll say that because
it's gonna have to be if they want to win.
If you saw what Puka Nacua was doing on the 49ers defense, just finding those open zones, if you can do that, you'll get some yards on them. Matt Stafford, I mean, he threw some picks. Don't get me wrong, but I watched that game. Those picks were kind of tips. Like, they were tipped from the receiver's hands into the defender. Like, he was looking good. He was kind of picking them apart.
I agree.
Until he wasn't.
Till the end, but they covered.
Yeah, they did cover. Backdoor cover, yeah. But, that's the game we'll probably talk about a little bit more before it starts on Thursday night. But I'm thinking the 49ers might blow them out.
I could see it happening.
They're playing in Levi too.
That might be a prop day.
That might be a prop day. I think McCaffrey definitely gets in the end zone.
McCaffrey, I like that.
Because the Giants defense, they let James Conner go for like 19 carries, over 100 yards on them, and a touchdown.
It's not.
So McCaffrey, who's been the number one running back in the league since this season started, it's only been 2 weeks, but he's been dominating both games. Yeah,
I think he could do that easily.
And then I think either Ayuk or Debo scores. Which one I'll have to look into to see, depending on if they play more. Honestly, with those two in their scoring, it comes down to the team plays a little bit more man or zone. If they play a little bit more man, you're going to want to look at Ayuk because they're going to play a little bit more zone. You're going to want to look at Debo.
I agree. But I don't know if I'm playing Debo. If I had him, I don't have him though.
Oh, I just meant for like anytime touchdown scores and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Ayuk is their best pass catcher versus man. He is.
I like Ayuk a lot.
But Debo, when they run a lot of zone coverages, you'll see Debo get screens, a lot of quick passes to him, and he'll be able to work out of that really fast.
I like it.
All right, I think that's pretty much everything we have for today, Parlay Joe. What do you think?
That's about it. All right.
So, thank you guys. Parlay Joe's going to send us out of here.
Thank you. We're going to hit the intro, the outro. It's all the same thing, baby.
I bet I could. I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.